One of the things you may have seen is if you're a cash flow investor is the prices are going up pretty high, rents are going up pretty high, but the rents are still nowhere close to meeting the numbers to make sense for a rental property. In our market, which is the Atlanta market, we're seeing houses selling. For example, I'm seeing one right now selling in the high twos, but the rents are only $1,600 a month. Well, I don't need a calculator to know that that's a very low rate of return. Okay, if you're the average mom and pop investor, or you may have a portfolio of rentals, that's not a very attractive possibility. Okay, there are hedge funds out there buying at, and they're settling for very low cap rates, 4, 5, 6%. But to the average person like myself, and most likely yourself, that's going to be too low, okay, to make sense. And so what do? Well, you have to do your own marketing to find deals that make sense. There's no doubt about it. If you go to the open market, the MLS, forget it. There's nothing out there hardly of interest at this point. It hasn't been really for several months now, probably close to a year. If you go to wholesalers, the reality is 9 out of 10 of their deals are not very good. You'll see a good one pop in here and there, so I still encourage people to keep wholesaler deals on the radar, because you'll see one come through from time to time. But the other thing you can look at is start looking at other markets. Okay, just because your major markets are packed, there's a lot of other markets in this country that don't have, like in our case, 6 million people that have a little bit lower demand. But guess what? In a lot of these markets, people still work. There's good industries, there's good jobs, and you can buy the properties quite a bit cheaper so that the rents become more reasonable. So that's something to consider, is start looking at alternative markets that aren't the gargantuan ones, and you'll see some more possibilities out there. The last thing I'll leave you with is start also looking at better neighborhoods where you see properties that maybe don't fit the conventional mold. I was just looking at one yesterday where everything is single family, but there's this duplex in the middle of it. And when we ran the numbers against it, it made sense. With some minor improvements, it made sense, and it had equity building potential. Okay, so looking for that odd property that could be potentially converted in the future might be another avenue, like I saw yesterday, because that deal definitely worked. So those are some thoughts on it. There's still plenty of rentals to be had out there. Just dig a little bit harder. Thank you.